never been completely out of air in the morning. I must have an air leak somewhere. Somewhere there's an air leaking out. Well, you get, it's always something, right?
Boston Trucker here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy it.
No, there's a stop sign out here somewhere. There it is. Round number 2. It's Monday morning. It's already 88 degrees out. How was your weekend? I had a great weekend. Thank you. I ended up at Wingershik Beach in Gloucester. Great beach. Most of the beaches in Massachusetts you can park for free, but you got to get there really early. This one you got to reserve a spot. It's like 40 bucks, but you get it for the day. But the beach is really, I've been to a lot of beaches. It's probably the best beach there is that I've been to in Massachusetts. It's kind of private. They got vendors. You can buy stuff there. Clean bathrooms. Beautiful beach with a lot of tide pools. And the water is actually warm. I've never been to a beach in Massachusetts where the water was warm. So great time there Saturday. Getting loaded, doing our thing. Last video I talked about trucks. I'm always talking about truck shows. I guess that's a big thing in my life, the truck shows. I don't know how that happened. But since the 90s, right? Yeah, so, yeah, whatever. I booked a trip last night. There's a lot of shows I like to go to. I only get so much vacation time. Some of these I'll do on a long weekend, like I'll take a Friday off and fly out Thursday night. I really wanted to go to the Tackleberry show again this year. I'll probably go next year. I hope, you know. I like to do shows every other year, the ones I really like. Yeah, I'll be at Matt's, I'll be at Super Rigs, wherever that is. I have an idea where it might be. Boy, I like to get the Joplin Chrome Shop Mafia show. I like to get the Mayberry. I like to get the Nacogdoches. I like to get to 75 Chrome Shop, but there's only so much time. And I ain't going to a show, I'm not going to a truck show where I know the humidity's gonna be 100% and go there on purpose. Boy, I do not like humidity. Who does, right? But I booked a ticket last night. I'm going to be at the Big Iron Classic, September 5th and 6th, Castle, Minnesota. That's one of my favorite shows. That's where I'm going to be. I'll talk about that more later and why I'm going there. But I'm loaded, so let's hit the road here, you know. Up the dust in this right lane, boy. Does not make sense to get over though for a half a mile, does it? I would like to. I'm just gonna go easy through here. Finally getting some pavement on this road. About time. Good by tomorrow. Hopefully they get both sides today. Oh, we got a lot of loose gravel here. We don't want to get this in our rims. It's not ticking. That's always good, right? All right, we got some stickers. Got some pictures here. That's Pete and Carl Corporal's beautiful cab over Western Star. Thank you so much, guys. But there's more. Wait. We got wallet-sized ones. Put those right next to my kids. But what is this? Holy smokes. It's a wall clock. Kids watching this is a clock. Before we had cell phones to tell us what time it was, we had these things that go on the wall to tell the time. This one's set at 4 p.m. That's a beautiful cab over Western Star. Thank you so much, guys. Really, unbelievable. Wow. Very impressive. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. I know exactly where I'm going to put this. Yeah, have fun, man.
Safe travel.
Why does nobody know how to yield? Nobody even hesitates. So narrow, I can't even fit through barely. Not gonna over cones. I'm not gonna scrape up against the sidewalk. They want me in my in the trees here. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not gonna hit the tree with my trailer. I shouldn't have come this way today. I knew it. I had a feeling. Nobody told me though. Well, I mean, I guess they told me. This is 2 years. Paving, they made this parking lot bigger and added a couple islands. 2 years we're going on here. Ridiculous. Give me a job like that. Look at that stance. Woof.
Good luck, Mike.
Thank you, thank you. You too there, man. Have a good day.
You too.
So I just got a question sent to me from a subscriber, Mert Miller. Asked me if I would give my thoughts on the current EPA administration wanting to roll back or deregulate the Clean Air Act, which gives us lovely DEF fuel, stops that beautiful black smoke from the trucks going in the air, and us breathing it in. You know, they want to bring that back. That's what the new administration wants to bring back, and I'm all for that. But there is a but. It's a big but. Do I think it's a good idea to roll this stuff back? No, I don't. I don't think it's a good idea. I think it's going to do more harm than good. I mean, I remember trucking back in the day. Here we go again. Back in the day, coming down into Salt Lake City, big plume of pollution. Coming into LA, pollution. New York City, any big city, pollution. You could see it if you were coming out of the hills into those cities, just looming over the cities. And it's not good for you to breathe. You know, back in those days, people were dying a lot younger. People are living longer now. Why? Why are they living longer? Maybe the Clean Air Act is helping people live longer. Maybe breathing in clean air is actually good for you. So, do I think they should roll it back? No. Do I want to see trucks blowing black smoke? Yes. Other than that, no. Leave it alone. I also don't want to see trucks and cars with battery powered either. So yeah, I'm a little all over the place. I just drove a battery powered car. It was a hybrid. I didn't even know what a hybrid was, but it's batteries and gas. When I was in California, when I rented the car, that's what that was. And I had to go up to the guy when I got the car. I'm like, how do I drive this? And he said, just drive and put gas in. I'm like, okay, so, but it got really good gas money. I got like 500 miles to the tank. It's pretty good, I think. Why do I think they're rolling back the Clean Air Act? Pettiness, really. A lot of these presidents who are bitter or don't like previous administrations, they like to put the kibosh on things, good things that they did. Maybe they were good, maybe they were bad. Clean Air Act helps you breathe better, helps the planet breathe better, maybe makes the planet survive a little longer. And you can't, I mean, people want to deny global warming. I mean, it doesn't snow in Massachusetts anymore. So every part of the country's seeing it. You know, record heat. The country's flipping upside down. Now it snows in the south. Extreme fires. All kinds of stuff. More and more tornadoes. Now we get tornadoes in Massachusetts. We didn't get tornadoes growing up. I mean, it was very rare. I'm not saying never, but almost never had a tornado in Massachusetts. Now, every year, we got a tornado warning. And then, we had a tornado touchdown. People don't know what a zipper merge is. A zipper merge is 2 lanes ago and the right lane ends. I'm in the right lane because I'm in a tractor trailer and I'm going wide. First car goes, then I get behind him. Not 2 cars on my left pass me and squeeze by and they get on the other side of the road to jump in there. That's what just happened there. And the second one, who made it through, still has his left signal light on. But anyways, back to the EPA. Thanks, Mert, for the question. Now you got me on a tizzy here. But yeah, it's not good. It's not good, you know. And you know who's really hurt are the people in the lower income communities, the people who live near plants, you know, not flowers, plants that burn coal and burn methane and greenhouse gases and all that stuff. Those people in the lower income areas who work in those plants, they're the ones that are going to really suffer the most. And you look back in the 70s and 80s, those people were dying in those towns from pollution and pollution in the water, pollution in the air, you know, and it's going to go back to that, but, you know, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why now? Why now? You know why. I know why. Anyways, that's my basic thought on it. Thanks for your question, Mert. It's an excellent question. And if you want me to answer questions like this, reach out to me. Maybe I'll do that. But don't ask me political questions. I don't want to... I don't have a problem talking about politics. I could talk about it in my personal life. I don't think there's any room for it on my channel on YouTube. And if you got something nasty to say to me about it in the comment section, yeah, go ahead. I don't care. Say whatever you want to say. But if you're really rude, it'll probably be the last time I see your comment, because I'm not dealing with rude people anymore. I got no time for rudeness. I got no time for drama. I try to live a drama-free life, surround myself by good people. I have a lot less friends now than I used to have when I was younger. I made my circle a lot smaller, just with good people. And I met a lot of good people through this channel. A lot of really, really good, great people through my YouTube channel like that. So when I say my circle's smaller, maybe that isn't true. Maybe it's bigger. But now that I'm thinking about it, now that Mert's got me thinking, now that I can't find him, grind him. Now that Mert's got me thinking about it, I'm like, I have met a lot of great people through YouTube. I meet you guys at the Mid-America Truck Show, and Super Rigs, and all the local truck shows I go to, and you all come up to me and you feel connected to me through this channel. So yeah, I take that statement back. Whatever that statement was, I can't even remember. It was like 30 seconds ago. But anyways, I want to breathe clean air. I do want to breathe clean air, except for trucks. That's my answer. Trucks blowing black smoke, I'm all for it. Other than that, let's clean up our act. Ooh, see what I did there? That's an oldie. That's an old International. That's like an S model with a long hood. I forget what you call those. He had one at Land Transport. It was a tractor. That was a beast. Oh, here comes the WL French about to look at this guy. Really? Really? Is that the best you can do, four-wheeler? That's the best you can do? Okay, you got it, buddy. That's WL French. I don't work for them. People like to tag me in WL French pictures and videos because they think I work for French, but I do not work for French. It just looks like I do. See a big bunk going south. Oh, that's Dave's old truck. Yep, it's Dave's old truck. I was watching a TikTok video yesterday. A driver was complaining about that touch freight, driver touch freight, meaning freight that truck drivers handle, is a scam. He was complaining that the account he is on, he has to set up metal rollers in the truck and hand unload the freight onto the rollers, sending them down on the rollers into the stores. And he was complaining that when he opens his trailer doors, when he gets to his first stop, sometimes the freight falls out onto the floor, nearly hitting him. And I responded to his video saying, yeah, that's called an entry-level job. Those are the kind of jobs you get when you just get into trucking. And yeah, sometimes they're physically demanding, and as you get more experience, when you apply for a new job, you will make sure they're not a physically demanding job if that's not what you want to do. And that reminds me of that CVS truck, because really, one of my first trucking jobs for Land Transport, everything was touch freight. Drivers unloaded and loaded 99% of the freight. CVS stores, TJ Maxx stores, Pier 1 import stores, Zayre's stores. Loaded on the floor, and if it wasn't loaded on the floor, if it was loaded on pallets, and the pallets were shrunk wrapped in plastic so the freight doesn't fall off, then you had to cut the plastic, unload the pallet, stand up the wood, line the wood up along the trailer as you got through the pallets, stack the pallets in the nose when you were done. It was a very, very physical job. Set up the rollers, send the freight down. Not a glamorous job. Didn't complain about it. That's just what it was. You're happy to be driving. You're happy to have a job. Happy to be trucking, even though there was sometimes less trucking and more lumping back in those days. There were still jobs like that. I mean, it's plenty of, you see them at the Dollar General stores. In fact, this is what this guy was hauling, was Dollar General, actually. I don't know who he drive for. I'm assuming Warner or JB Hunt. Yeah, and those are entry-level jobs. You want to get experience, those are the kind of jobs you have to take sometimes. Or be a little more picky when you take your job. Sometimes maybe they don't tell you that when they hire you. So I'm not knocking it. That's just trucking. That's how it's it's an unskilled, it's considered unskilled labor, driving a truck. And labor is in the word, labor meaning work. So yeah, it sucks sometimes. But you know, one time I was so CVS. I held out of CVS out of Woonsocket, Rhode Island, and I didn't have a steady truck. I would drive whatever truck was available. It was at nighttime, so I was still in high school. I was 18. I got my license in December '88, and I was finishing high school. I was supposed to finish high school up in June of '89, but I did drop out because I was driving so much and didn't think I needed a diploma, I guess. But they told me I was going to have to go to summer school, and I wanted no part of that. I was already trucking. I'm not saying it was the right decision, but it was the right decision for me at the time. Looking back now, it was a dumb decision. But anyways, never stopped me from doing anything. But so I was in school. I would drive from Brockton to Framingham after school. So I get to Framingham like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I would work, and I would either go from, I would take empty trailers from Framingham to Woonsocket, Rhode Island, CVS. I would take Route 126 pretty much all the way, and bring back loaded trailers for drivers who will go out and deliver those CVS stores at nighttime anywhere in the New England area. The CVS stores, that's where we would deliver. Some nights I would go on deliveries, and I remember one of my first nights delivering, I was in a cab over Mac Ultraliner with a bunk. I was going to Downtown Crossing in Boston, Washington Street, the combat zone, which was still the combat zone back then. A place you didn't really want to hang out at night unless you were looking for sex, drugs, or rock and roll, minus the rock and roll. And young driver, you know, still a rookie. I had to put the tractor trailer on top of the sidewalk to get close to the store. And that's just how they did it at the store. Would squarely put the truck on the sidewalk right next to the door, set up the rollers, and there would be a curved roller that would go into the store. Well, young driver, you know, not a lot of experience, you know, I proceeded to put the truck on the corner on the sidewalk by trying to drive onto the sidewalk. So I was lined, here's the sidewalk, here's me. I turned the wheel, like a right turn, to turn onto the sidewalk and then go forward and then back down. And as I did that, I blew out my stair tire on the truck. And that was about 1 a.m. in the combat zone in Boston, 1989. And I was there, I think somebody came out to fix a tire around 5 a.m. Then had to unload the store. Nobody was happy with me because couldn't unload the store the way it was. I was too far from the store to get the boxes in there. By the time I got out of there, it was like 7 a.m. Back to the yard, 8 a.m. Had to be at school at 8 a.m., an hour away. It wasn't a good day. I don't remember if I actually went to school that day. I probably skipped. I mean, I skipped a lot of school back then. I'm sure I must have skipped that day too. But you live, you learn. You never turn your tire onto a sharp curve edge, ever. If you have to do that, get some wood and at least build up some blocks so you can turn onto that or something. Build a ramp. Stupid rookie move. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of things you do when you first start out. You don't get the most glamorous trucking jobs. And I did touch freight for a long time. I mean, a long time. Even at Bud Meyer, sometimes it was touch freight. That's when I first started learning about lumpers. I think I was up at some grocery warehouse in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I can't remember the name. They were like, "Do you want a lumper?" This was like 1992. I'm like, "What's a lumper?" I'm like, no, I always unload my freight. What are you talking about? Oh, the broker pays for a lumper on this load every week. I'm like, oh. Call dispatch. They say there's money for a lumper. Oh yeah. We'll send you a comm check. What? Comm check. Oh, okay. How much are they? 200 bucks? Okay. Give me that 200 bucks. I'll do it. I'll do it for 100. I mean, Jesus. I should have been a lumper. I'd have made a killing back in the day. I'm afraid I lumped. My dad too. My dad always lumped his own freight. You know, you turn. He used to say you turn in a receipt. You write yourself you keep a book of receipts. Write a receipt, a fake receipt for the lumper fee, and you turn it in. And you get. That's how you get some extra money on the side. Was it honest? No. They were gonna pay somebody to do it. You might as well get paid to lump your own freight, right? That's what I think, anyways. Free truck wash. So I just got passed by a six-wheeler, like a box truck, right? And every box truck or six-wheel truck, when they're about to pass you, as they're coming up on you, they're riding that white line. You're like, oh, are they gonna bump into me? Do I need to move over towards the fog line? And you do, you move over a little bit because they need extra room, because it must be really hard to drive a box truck and keep it in your lane. And then I started thinking about lane departure technology, and maybe it's needed in all vehicles because people can't keep in their own lanes. I don't know what's going on. I think my wife has it in her car. She's got a Subaru Crosstrek. It's a 2024. I've driven it a few times. I'm not sure if she has it because I stay in my own lane when I'm driving her car, so I wouldn't even know. But I'm pretty sure she has lane departure. And she tells me, yeah, if she drifts out of her lane a little bit, it corrects it. That's pretty crazy. Pretty awesome though, too, if you think about it. Yeah, I'm just in a mood today. My parents are driving me crazy. Yeah, I know, I'm lucky to still have them. I am aware of that. They're still driving me crazy, the way I'm gonna drive my kids crazy when I'm older. I mean, I probably already am. My wife's driving to Montreal right now. Stopped in Averill Park, New York to pick up her best friend, and they're going to the Osheaga Music Festival. So I'm home for the weekend with the kids. I gotta take care of some issues with my mother, who's losing her mind. Her short-term memory's gone. She just called me 4 times to ask me the same thing. That's kind of sad. I mean, it's sad. I gotta take care of some banking issues for her. And my dad's driving me crazy. He's asking me to do things that I don't want to do this weekend. Like pick him up from the rehab place, pick my mother up, and then me and the kids and all of them go out to dinner, which sounds like a nice family event. Except he's not nice to my mother usually. The sound of her voice triggers him into being a jerk. So it's not really fun for everybody to go out and sit there while he is not nice to her and then she just shuts down. So pictures, social media always shows the perfect families. They put out the best pictures and I put out some great videos with my dad, but there's always that behind the scenes family stuff that everybody has in their family that people don't see. I'm loaded, I gotta roll. Nick, oh Nick, it's Friday. Just loaded my last load. It's 2:30. I'm gonna go back and gonna clean this mess up. See if I can find a clean truck under here. You know what I hate is when after I run through the rain, I get all these like lines of like brake dust, I guess. It's a mess. Why does it get so dusty like that? One side of the trailer done. Doesn't look like anybody has to haul tomorrow. We're in good shape. Now I gotta finish up the other side of the trailer and then hit the tractor. Do a section at a time. I'm using pink wab right now for soap, just on my trailer and on my aluminum. Gives it a little bit of a shine. Let it sit for about 20-30 seconds, maybe less, and I rinse it off. Weather's looking good next week, so far. It's always good to rinse extra good under the east sign, because sometimes soap gets trapped up in there and then it comes down and it dries and leaves a streak. That's what I think anyways. An hour later, maybe an hour and 15. I dried it too, except for the top of the hood. But what can I say that I haven't said already? It's been a great week. Make your plans now for the Antique Truck Show the end of this month at the Bolton Fairgrounds in Lancaster, Massachusetts, August 22nd, 23rd. Antique trucks. Also, the same weekend, I don't think you can do both, the Tackleberry Truck Show, Athens, Ontario, Canada. Wish I could be there. I can't be both places at the same time, but maybe next year. I'm hoping maybe next year. And catch me at the Big Iron Classic in Minnesota. I'll be there both days, September 4th and 5th, or 5th and 6th. Yeah, looking forward to that a lot. Peace and grease. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Leave a comment, a like, a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to say. Just say it. It's fine. You won't hurt my feelings much. Right, AJ? All right, peace and grease. Let's go.